This is a Fox News alert breaking right now. Reports that Saudi Arabia's government is admitting that journalist Jamal Khashoggi was killed inside their consulate, and now getting more information about who's being fired, who's being arrested, who they're blaming. And the question is whether the White House, the Trump administration, will accept any of that or what comes next. We have Fox team coverage of the breaking news. Go to John Roberts at the White House on the North Lawn in just a moment. First, back to Istanbul, Benjamin Hall with the latest. Benjamin?
Yeah, hi, Brett. Well, I've been speaking to Saudi sources, and this information all coming out in the last few minutes. According to Saudi state television, quoting the state prosecutor, Saudi Arabia have now arrested 18 people. The majority of them were the same individuals pictured by Turkey in that CCTV footage. They say that initially 2 days ago when arrested, they denied everything. They have now finally confessed. Now, the story they're giving is that a fight ensued at the consulate between these people and Khashoggi, and that led to his death. They are still claiming it was an accident. On top of that, we're learning two much higher-ranking officials have now been fired and are under arrest. One of them, the man we mentioned in our package earlier, General Assiri, he was vice president of the intelligence service. He was the spokesman for the Saudi-led war in Yemen. He was educated and trained in the US and the UK. He has now fallen, as has another minister. Now, we're also gathering that the King of Saudi Arabia, King Salman, has reached out to President Erdogan. He called him about 40 minutes ago to tell him the state of the investigation, to thank him for his ongoing patience and to say that the relationship between the two countries was still strong. Now they're already talking in Saudi Arabia about a total restructuring of the intelligence services. Still a lot of unanswered questions, but here is Saudi Arabia putting out its version of events finally. 18 arrested, quite high-leveled, but firm denials that the Saudi royals had anything to do with it. Mohammed bin Salman himself knew nothing about it. That's the line I'm hearing from Saudi Arabia. But this is the story. It was an accident. It was a fight between Khashoggi and these 15 individuals in the consulate. So some big breaking news. We're trying to get more details as they come. But certainly a restructuring of the Saudi intelligence services, and of course the big question, why were 15 of them there to question him? What did the Crown Prince know about it, if anything? And a lot more to come. Where is the body?
Yeah, well, that's the big one.
So those questions will come to the forefront.
That's the big one. I don't see any write-up in any of these releases from the Saudis about where the body is, nor any addressing of the Turkish officials who've been talking to reporters on the ground about a bone saw being used and the body being chopped up and put in different places. The Saudis don't address where Khashoggi is now if he died in that consulate.
No, and I suggest that there'll be an element of deniability there, as they're saying they didn't know that this was taking place, and presumably the investigation will still be ongoing for them. But in terms of the relationship with Turkey, we do know that there's been dialogue between the two countries going back at least a week now, and certainly there was a call between King Salman and President Erdogan 2 days ago, and another one just in the last hour or so. So that's the direction they're going. A lot of unanswered questions, but certainly this is what they're laying out. And remember, it's 1 a.m. in the morning in Saudi Arabia. It's an interesting time to release this information on a Friday night, so we'll see what comes of it and how much more they release to us. But a couple of really big names there falling at the top of this mystery.
We know Friday night dumps of news here in Washington pretty well. Benjamin, thank you. We'll check in with more breaking news.